In the case of the TCP/IP reference model, the transmission control protocol and the internet protocol reference model, it is a conceptual framework that describes the functions and interactions of various layers involved in the data communication over a network. So it provides a structured way to understand different components and their roles in the overall communication process. So simply there, the application layer is there. The functions that provide services directly to the end user and handle interactions between the applications and the network. Then implements the specific application protocols. The protocols which are used here, the HTTP, that is the Hypertext Transfer Protocol, used for the transfer of the web pages and other data on the World Wide Web. FTP, that is the File Transfer Protocol, which is used for transferring the files between the computers over the internet. SMTP, that is the Simple Mail Transfer Protocol. As the name implies, it is used for the sending and the receiving of the emails. And DNS, that is the Domain Name System, that is simply used for the translation of the domain names into the IP addresses. Domain name like www.facebook.com is a domain name, and some IP address will be there in 4 octets. So that is the IP address, which is like a numeric value. 4 different like octets are there. So people can't remember the IP addresses because that is numeric. So domain names help us to remember their names. So these all things are present in the application layer. These all things are handled by the application layer in the TCP/IP reference model. Then the transport layer, it provides reliable data transfer between the end systems, ensure data integrity and sequencing, handle flow control to prevent overwhelming to receive. Then multiplexes, as I told before also, multiplexes multiple data streams from different applications over a single network connection. These are the functionalities of the TCP model transport layer. So transmission control protocol, UDP, these are basically present in the TCP/IP reference model transport layer. TCP is the protocol, that is the transmission control protocol, and it is a reliable connection oriented protocol that provides flow control, error detection and corrections. And the UDP, that is the user datagram protocol, it is a connectionless protocol that offers best effort delivery without guaranteeing the reliability of the order. So here the reliability is not there in the UDP, that is the user datagram protocol. But in the TCP, the reliability is present. But both are used according to the requirements. Then internet layer. So the functions here, it provides the logical addressing and routing of the data packets, handle packet switching and fragmentation, route data packets from the source to destination. In the TCP, the internet layer works on these functions. So IP, that is the internet protocol, is present in the internet layer in the case of the TCP/IP reference model. And IP provides the logical addressing scheme, that is the IP addresses, and routing functionalities for data packets. So that is the purpose of the internet layer in the case of the TCP/IP reference model. And the IP is the protocol which is present here. Then the network interface layer. So simply the network interface layer, as the name implies, it is for the interface. So it frames the data packets into the suitable transmission over the physical medium. And it handles error detection and correction. Error detection and correction is done here on the network interface layer. Then it manages access to the physical medium also, because this is only here in the case, this is the last layer here in the case of the TCP/IP. So who will be basically handling this also, interface, network interface. So network interface layer is present as the name implies. NIC, that is a network interface card, is there, which is used and it is known to be actually at the network interface layer. Network interface cards are actually implemented in the laptops, in the computers, NIC chips, which are basically used for the transmission of the network into the system. And modems are there. So NICs are internal devices And modems are the external devices which we basically use in our day-to-day lives, because without that I don't think anybody will not be having this in their homes. If you are not having the modem, then you definitely be having the NIC, because modem is an external device which has to be there, but NIC is the internal device which is mandatory to be present in your system. Otherwise, if the modem is there, then also the connectivity will be not there in your system. NIC is the network interface card which is implemented in the laptops and the computers. With the help of that only the network connectivity is possible in the case in the computer system. And the routers are there for the network interface layer in the case of the TCP/IP reference model. So routing of the data, that where the data has to be taken, that is decided by the routers, and that is also present in the TCP/IP reference model at the fourth layer, that is the network interface. And switches are also there. So routers and switches are there. Router and switches are having different functionalities. Routers are the devices which are simply on the poles and all. Switches are in for the long distances most of the time. They connect the routers. They all are connected to each other for the transmission of the data. Now the advantages of the TCP/IP reference model. So simply it is simple and flexible. The layered approach makes it easy to understand and modify. Then the developed in the bottom up approach, it is from the bottom up. Layer 1, layer 2, you can see it's already written. So it was designed based on existing protocols and technologies, like OSI reference model was already there. On the existing protocol and technology, it was adopted. So the same protocols which were getting used and talked about in the OSI reference model, same protocols are getting used here also. But simply the names of the layers are changed. The TCP/IP reference model is a conceptual framework and does not directly correspond to the implementation details of a specific protocol or networking devices. However, it provides a valuable foundation for understanding the network communication and the roles of different layers. So it is a conceptual model. Either it is like a OSI reference model or it is the TCP/IP reference model. Ultimately, it is a conceptual model. Both of them are conceptual. They are not 100% like proof that okay, this is happening there. No, it actually gives us the idea that okay, to talk, it is a language of understanding, that okay, to talk but like to make a communication between two people about the network, and how the data is getting transmitted or where the issue is there. So a person can say, I think the issue is on the network layer. Okay, the person could be saying, okay, I think the issue is on the application layer. So at least the understandability that what protocols are required, what things are getting implemented, those things will be actually easily understandable when we are having these two models. And this is quite important because all the protocols which are related to the network, they are distributed throughout the TCP/IP 4 layers or the OSI 7 layer model. Both are having the same protocols. Nothing is missing in the TCP/IP.